Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be installing Diode Dynamics 3-inch SS3 Pro Stage Series LED lights on my base model Subaru Legacy 2009, so it'd be a 4th gen facelift. To be quick with it, coming in these boxes, you get some stickers, 2 lights, LEDs. And in this box, this is all you'll get. So you'll get just the light, no mounting, everything. And then in the other box, you get your choice of bracket. Since I'm installing these in where my fog lights would be if I got a higher trim model, I got the fog light brackets. So these will be in behind where my fog lights would be. As you can see on this STI, they'll be out in this area. You'll get some of these. You get some cards for instructions, hardware, pigtails going into these if you want to mount it and adapt it into your OEM harness. I'm not going to be doing that. I have a whole separate harness which I have ordered separate from this, which I'll show you all in a second. Since my Legacy is base model, I had to get fog light covers for it so that these lights are not covered or anything by the vents that they currently have. I ordered from Diode Dynamics their Stage Series wiring harness, as you can see here. So it'll come with a relay, a switch, and then everything else that you'd need to go in with the harness so it can hook up to your battery. Right here is the main chunk of the harness. I have the relay. I have the part that goes onto the positive terminal of the battery. I have a ground. This will plug into my switch, and then I have these two connectors to go into the lights, plus some stickers and instructions on how to do it. I've already opened it up a little bit since I have my switches pre-made into a, what do you call it, switch pod, what I call it. So you get a switch. I put this into my coin holder since I do not have seat warmers, since my Legacy is base model. It had none of that stuff aside from upgraded sound system and a sunroof. So I decided to take the coin holder and put my carbon fiber on it from a previous project, the leftover carbon fiber, JB weld it to it, put my switches in there, drill a hole, and now I've got 2 switches that'll be sitting in my dash like this. They'll all move up and down. It'll be awesome. So these parts will also come in with the harness. You'll get a switch with this wire. You get 1 per each. You get one of these. These will connect in to this, if I can even get it. Let's see. Like that. And they come straight off. I've already got 1 harness installed since I do have Diode Dynamics LED fog light bars. So this will be as smooth as possible too. So we'll go into us installing it and everything. I'll give you a quick video of what goes in and what I'm gonna have to do to put these in. So yeah, I hope y'all find this useful. I did not find any other YouTube videos of someone installing these lights, so I hope that you guys find this useful to an extent. So this Legacy has these vents instead of the fog light covers that I showed you that I bought. So these, you're going to take one of these, you're going to poke it in one of these and pry it loose. It'll obviously be harder. I've already pulled this off, but it's just a bunch of pull tabs in there. So right now we're doing the wiring. Both relays are going to be on this back bolt on the intake manifold. Over here you can see all the wiring coming in to the battery terminal. There's the fuse box. Mounting the ground in the back real quick. And right now, this is for the original ones that we installed, the diode fog light bars. This is the one right here that we're installing right now. So right now we're starting to feed the wire in through the firewall back there, to this part that he's got in his hands. We're then going to follow the original one that we did, the fog light bars. We're going to have these two wires follow each other along this side, all the way down. As you can see, they're going to pop all the way down through there. This is where the other coil is down there. And that sits right here. So we'll be able to hit one light here. We're going to follow through here along these all the way to the second mounting point. So from the inside, this is going to be where my switch pod goes. There will be two switches here. See the little gap down in there? Wires are both going to run through here, peel off, and stay next to this all the way up to about just above the pedal. Let me get down there. So we just fed this wire through. This is the new wiring harness for the LED pods. This one right here that's already in there is for my LED fog light bars, and that's roughly how it's going to run. They're both going to run side by side. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to have a screw right here that I'm going to pull out, pull this steering column thing out, and I'm going to run the wires to about here where the clips will clip like this, and they'll meet the switch, and that's roughly where all the wires will be hidden, is up in this area. If you can see up in here, I don't know if I can get it, you can kind of see roughly where I've already started some stuff up there. So, on to the other half of the installation. Forgot to mention, you might want to take these plastic pieces off underneath just to make your life that much easier when installing these, since the wiring all runs down through here. So, got the wiring going along this panel. Those are all down there. Switch pod is in. It looks kind of tacky because I haven't cleaned it up yet, but it goes with my carbon shift knob. So we're going to plug these in, and then I'm going to test them real quick. So here's a light switch. 1, 2, both have power. They're both lighting up. Wiring's all done. Here, illuminating all that. Driving, fog, driving. These are not yet mounted since we're still testing it right now to make sure everything works. Wiring works, so now we're on to the mounting these parts. Mounting everything up in here. So put these screw parts on the back of the brackets. These are then going to mount in here. This is the wrong side. These are going to mount. Let me see if I can get it from here. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. So you're going to mount back in here like this. It's going to slide on. That screw part will go over this back hole, and then you'll screw it in. On this side, there's going to be a little tab. See this little right here? This is going to slide and keep this secure behind this. And then right now we are mounting the lights into these holes for installation. So here is the light mounted on. You're going to have 2 of these bolts on each side, like I said in the previous shot. You're going to mount them on there like so. And then this will sit back in there And I'll show you the product once we get the fog light covers in. Alright, so where is it? Right here. This is the OEM harness. Even though my car didn't have actual headlight fog lights. Up here, this is just before we bolted it. He's about to bolt it. So this is what it looks like from underneath the car behind it. So we're putting in the fog cover. And that's what the finished product will look like. And you just got to clean up the wiring, but it sits back there almost perfect. And everything. So, and this is what the final product will look like. And then on this side, one second.